I watched a student do a code review last week. And it was the most painful thing I've ever seen. He opened the pull request. Scrolled through for about 30 seconds. Wrote "looks good to me." Approved it. Done. 30 seconds. For a pull request that had 200 lines of code. 30 seconds to review logic, security, performance, readability, maintainability, all of it. And you know what the worst part is? That student learned code reviews from watching industry developers do the exact same thing. He learned that code reviews are just a checkbox. A formality. Something you do before you merge because the process says you should. I'm an IT professor. And code reviews in this industry are broken. Let me tell you why. Here's what's wrong with code reviews today. They become one of two things: either they're rubber stamps or they're ego battles. There's almost never a healthy middle ground. Rubber stamp reviews are the most common. You've seen them. LGTM. Looks good. Approved. No questions. No suggestions. No actual review happening. It's a formality that gives the illusion of quality control without any actual quality control. And the code? It ships with bugs. With security holes. With performance issues. With design decisions that will haunt the team 6 months later. But hey, it got 2 approvals, so it must be fine. On the other side, you've got the ego reviews. The ones where someone treats every pull request like a personal attack on their coding religion. 47 comments about variable naming. Debates about tabs versus spaces in 2026. Requests to refactor the entire module because that's not how I would do it. Neither of these is a real code review. One is lazy. One is toxic. And both are wasting everyone's time. Let me give you the data on why this matters. Studies show, and this is not opinion, this is research, that code reviews catch between 60 and 90% of defects before they reach production. That's huge. That's the difference between a bug that costs 5 minutes to fix and a bug that costs $50,000 and a customer data breach. But only if the code reviews are actually done properly. If they're rubber stamps, that number drops to almost zero. You're getting the overhead of the process without any of the benefits. And here's the thing that kills me: the students I teach? They're learning bad review habits from the industry. They do internships. They watch senior developers approve code in 30 seconds. They learn that reviews are just busywork. Then they come back to my class, and I ask them to do a proper code review, actually read the code, understand the logic, check for edge cases, think about security, and they look at me like I'm asking them to climb Mount Everest. Because in their experience, reviews aren't about understanding code. They're about clicking approve and moving on. And the irony? The developers who write the best code are usually the ones who review the most carefully. Because they know that reading code teaches you more than writing code. Every review is a chance to learn a new pattern, spot a mistake you've made before, or understand how someone else thinks about problems. When you skip the review, you're not just failing your team. You're failing yourself. So here's what I want to change. And I'm starting with my students, but I'm talking to the whole industry. Code reviews are not a checkbox. They are the most valuable practice in software development. More valuable than testing. More valuable than documentation. Because a good review catches everything: logic errors, security holes, design problems, even knowledge gaps on the team. Here's what a real review looks like. Read the code. Actually read it. Understand what the developer was trying to do. Check if they did it correctly. Check if they thought about edge cases. Check if the code is readable, not just to them, but to someone else in 6 months. Check if it's secure. Check if it's maintainable. And then, this is the part everyone forgets: ask questions. Not accusations. Questions. Why did you choose this approach? What happens if the input is null? Have you considered this edge case? Questions lead to learning. For both the reviewer and the reviewee. That's the point. I'm an IT professor. And I review every single one of my students' code. Not with "looks good to me." Not with 47 style nitpicks. But with actual, thoughtful, constructive feedback that makes them better developers. The industry can do better. The industry must do better. Because every rubber-stamped review is a ticking time bomb. Code reviews aren't overhead. They're the quality gate between your code and production. Treat them that way. Subscribe for more rants. And tell me in the comments, what's the worst code review you've ever received? Or given? Because we've all been there. Let's talk about it.